The Grail of the Hallowlands meditation. The following meditation gives you a sense of overview of the quest for the hollows. You can read this aloud and record yourself so that you can meditate it in sections. Let us enter the Hallowlands. Close your eyes and experience the scenes described as the impressions form before you. Enter them and be a part of the scene as an active participant. It is daytime and you are approaching a castle. It is a large and busy place and no one notices you. You enter and find your way to the great hall. Here is a round table at which many people can sit. You walk around the table and see that there are names written upon the back of each chair. Walk round and find a chair with your name on it. You find it and sit down. Then you see many people come in and sit down. You realize that you are seated at the round table in Camelot, and that the court has met to discuss matters of importance, and that you are here to represent your own country. Each person reports their news. Soon it will be your turn. You turn your mind to your own country and the events of the world. What is happening there right now? What is the world's need? You tell your own news to those seated at the table. Now everyone has spoken. Suddenly a shaft of light comes through a high window onto the table. You see the Grail shimmering within the light. Its beauty speaks to your heart. You know that if the Grail can be found, the problems of your world will be eased. Make your own dedication now to find the Grail, so that its grace can heal the world's pain. From this moment you are called to the quest. You rise and get ready to search. You leave the castle of Camelot and pass out into the countryside on your quest. You may go on foot or take a horse from the stables. You follow the path before you and soon find yourself in a dense forest. Your quest does not seem so important now that the vision has begun to fade. You come to a place where the path splits into four. Which one shall you follow? As you think, a white stag appears on one of the paths and you follow it. You realize that you are in the forest of adventure, where many extraordinary things can happen if you are true to the quest. The white stag leads you into a clearing, a place of tranquility, where you can sit and think about your quest. You set out in high hopes and with strong ideals, but a part of you is lazy and wants to rest. You ask yourself the question, what prevents me finding the Grail? You know the answer deep inside yourself. The birds sing encouragingly to you in the forest, and you continue your quest. Still following the path, you emerge from the forest and see before you a castle which would look better if it were not situated next to a dank and stagnant lake. Still, the sight of habitation cheers you, and you approach it. Within there is a fire and a table spread with food. You recognize some of the people here. They are those who despise or look down on you, the people who weaken and disempower you. They do not understand your quest, and they mock your determination with questions which raise doubts in you. Why are you so special that you think you are good enough to go on quest? What do you think you will gain, one person alone? But even as you consider the answers to these questions, you hear the harsh cry of the white stag. You realize that you've accidentally come to the castle of Case, a place dangerous to questers who are not firmly resolved. You face your challenges and tell them just who you are and what you intend to do. Without more argument, you turn and leave. You see before you the white stag once again. It wants to lead you over a hillside and down into a valley. You follow, still feeling angry with yourself for being lured into a confrontation. The land about you is very beautiful, and you are reminded of a place you knew when you were a child. The air is very pure, and colours are bright and clear. Your spirits lift, and you continue your quest. You cannot see the white stag anymore, but it doesn't matter. Ahead of you is a fair maiden. She asks whether you would like to drink from the well, telling you that it'll give you whatever food or drink you desire, the most, as well as giving you spiritual nourishment from the depths of the earth before the beginning of time. She draws up a bucket from the well and pours the waters into a cup and dish. Whatever food and drink you desire is within these vessels, and you eat your fill. As you do so, you feel great strength and encouragement. Thank the maiden now, and pass on your way. She will indicate which road you should take. Strengthened by the draught of the well, you go along your way until you come to a low green mound, set in the side of a hill. Seated at the entrance of the mound is a tall green figure, dressed in leaves. He tells you that this is the Green Chapel, the place of ancient traditions. He asks if you'd like to meet one of your ancestors and receive a token of help on your quest, for you may need this on the way. If you wish to do this, you go deep inside the mound and wait. As your eyes get used to the dim light, you see his figure. It may be a recent ancestor whom you know, or an older ancestor of whom you have no knowledge. Ask your ancestor what is the greatest strength of your family. Now your ancestor gives you a symbol or token to take upon your way. You emerge from the mound, and the green man sets you on your road with a blessing. As you proceed on your way, you wonder if the green man directed you wrongly. The further you go, the more desolate the land becomes. It is obvious now that you are in the wasteland. You see a place that is desacralized, with no birds sing, where no trees or plants grow, where no fish swim in the waters. The lone figure of a gaunt woman in rags approaches you. Once I was the richest woman alive and the most blessed. Why have you made my land like this? Maybe there is no answer in your heart. Here there is only yourself and the queen of the wasteland. Ask her what you can do to heal the land and make it flower again. Inhale, exhale, tuning within to find the answer. The blessing of the Grail is needed here very badly. You try to call to mind the grace and beauty of the sacred vessel to inspire you, but your whole being lacks savour or concentration. Bearing the words of the Queen of the Wasteland in your heart, you go on. Continue until it is nearly dark. Even the sky is without stars. On the horizon you see one pinpoint of light and go towards it. As you get nearer, you see that here is a tiny hut, skillfully built out of old and broken things. There is a friendly light coming from within, and the door opens as you approach inside. There is an old man huddled in a long robe. He bids you welcome to his hermitage and invites you within. He tells you that he lives here to welcome and guide all Grail seekers towards the end of their quest. You sit down and relate your journey to him this far. As you speak, the hermit listens, and he gives you counsel when needed, advising you and clarifying what you have experienced. Then he brings out a crystal mirror for you to look into. As you sit in front of it, The mirror becomes very clear, and scenes begin to form within it. You see a city by the sea, and many little boats arriving. You realize that this is Saris, the Grail city, and that all the boats contain different Grail seekers, all arriving together. You see them assemble at a round table like the one in Camelot, only this table is made of starlight. You see the strength and determination of the seekers, that many have come through pain and great trouble to journey here. The seekers all sit and join hands. As they form a circle of fellowship, they begin to sing of their individual quests, their voices layered, raising in many layered chant. As their voices blend together, the Grail begins to form over the crystal table and dispenses its glory upon each person seated there. The beauty of the sound and the brightness of the vision strike your heart deeply. You see them each rise with cupped hands, like people who take water from a fountain. They each lead the city of Saris to return to their own lands. Your vision begins to fade as the mirror clouds over. The hermit tells you that this is a vision of what may be. In every age of the world this quest is reenacted, and you have a part within it. Go now, he says, return to your world, and seek whatever things are good and beautiful. Remember your vision every day, even when the wasteland seems to close about you. Then he strikes the wall so that a doorway of light opens within his hut. You step through back to your own world, to your own time and place where the quest will continue. There is a blessing on all who serve. Write down your experiences in your diary. Blessed be.